Hey everyone, Rocker here. I want to talk about the march that's going to be coming up this Wednesday, September the 20th, 2023. Now, a lot of people are trying to label this that this is a march against the LGBTQT community, and that's not it at all. It's much bigger than that. This is a stand against the government. It is a stand for parental rights. It's a stand for parents to be able to teach their children family values, religious teachings, cultural traditions and history and everything else, versus the government wanting to control the narrative, what children are being taught, and what they think the narrative should be. Now, if you look back through history, all your socialist governments, communist governments, even fascist governments like Hitler and all of them, is that they all basically had this. They came to a point where they ended up taking away the rights of parents, and they basically claimed that the children belong to the state. That is, the country's government is responsible for the teaching of the children and the upbringing of the children. It's not the parents' responsibility anymore. We are fast coming to that point where that's happening here in Canada. Trudeau's already let it slip out a couple of different times is that the country is responsible for the children, is that it is the country that makes the decisions on behalf of the children. And that's upsetting a lot of people, both in the Muslim community, the Christian community, the Jewish community, the Hindu community, among Mennonites, Amish, is that the government doesn't have that kind of a say. The government enforces laws. They govern as far as the overall state of the country, but they do not govern what happens in the homes and with families as far as how parents decide how they want to be able to raise their children. That is not the government's place. Now, the reason why this is important is I saw a Discord video chat yesterday about a whole bunch of unions that are being funded by the government, including Antifa, that got together in a Discord chat and they were strategizing how to be able to disrupt all these different marches that are taking place across the country. Now, listen to what I'm saying. They were strategizing how to be able to disrupt parents from peacefully protesting against the government, saying, "These are our children. We will decide for ourselves what is best for our children." Now, you need to keep that in mind. Uh, on Wednesday, I hope a lot of you that you will participate. I hope a lot of you that if you have children, especially high school or whatever, that they'll make the decision that come 9 o'clock they're walking out of school to protest. Numbers are important. More importantly, this needs to stay a peaceful protest. Now, you can be sure that a lot of these security agencies at different city halls and at the parliament buildings, etc., they're on high alert right now. They're expecting the worst. A lot of police forces, they're going to be standing by as well. But if Antifa does show up, and if some of the goons from CUPE and some of these other unions do show up, is that people need to be videotaping exactly what's going on. Because this is going to be spun one way or another that somehow, the Muslims is that, oh my God, look what they're doing. They're causing disruption and disturbance and blah, 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 blah. And that's not going to happen. It's not going to be the parents that are going to be the issue. It's going to be the counter protesters that are coming to disrupt the protest. So, I'm encouraging everyone to come out. This is much bigger than the LGBTQ issue at all. In fact, that plays a very minor part. This is an issue of who is responsible and accountable for our children. Is it the parents or is it the government? And that's what this boils down to. This is a battle, a struggle between parental rights and the government imposing their own narratives and their own agenda on their families and on their children. So September 20th, 2023, if you can come out, please do. Bring your cell phone, do some videotaping, spread the message around because this needs to happen and it needs to happen now. and just getting together with with different faiths, people from different nationalities, ethnic groups, and everything. It's going to be a beautiful time, but we need to be prepared, and everything needs to be videotaped, everything needs to be documented, and we need to be able to share it as far and wide that the nation is waking up, that that people are coming together, and that the government is losing control, and that the government does not have the right of what happens in your house, how you teach your children, how you share with your children, how you bring up your children. That's the parents' responsibility, not the government's. Take care. Thanks.